Hey team, so the biggest issue that we have is that we're disorganized, and so this could be something that can fix it. So look at this, check this out. I'm going to try and bring this in 5 minutes, but this is something that looks like it's going to solve that. It's an entire task tracker that doesn't suck. It looks at the full deliverables of all the things. As we build this out, whatever that a 10 competitor audit is going to look like is going to have a template. So we can copy and paste this. It's the same project. This is a $12,000 contract to build a website for this client, right? So this is for this project. This is the deliverable. This is the task, or like a little thing. And what's the status on this? If there's a quick little template for it, like something to get started, how we're going to present this to the client, or where it's going to go, and training. If we don't know how to do it, and as we work on it, it should be pretty straightforward. So talking to each other, we can all talk within here. This might just kill Slack, right? If I right click on here and do something like insert comments, I can say something like, hey, Tim, what up? Hey, oh, hey, what up? Hey, what, things like that. So now they're going to get notified here, and they're going to be like, what was this? This looks kind of spooky. So this has a lot of depth to it. So as I'm playing around with this, this is just one project. We have this quick automated bit where if I want to add a client, I fill out this form, right, for client. And there's a form that pops up with name, description, start date of the contract, things like that. And when I fill that out, guess what? It pops up and creates a list, or it creates a folder set for them that is sent to everyone on the team that is shared. So if I click on DevFoot Yoga, it's shared with our team, and then when we're ready, we can share it with the client. And this is what the client will see. They'll see all the files that they have all in one place, so that's part of the kickoff with them. And they get this workbook. This workbook inspired by what Jay did the other day with a questionnaire. So they can put in, this is all the stuff, all the links that we build out, all the content get forwarded straight to here from the work that we will do from all the other pages. There's tasks, all the tasks that we've worked on, all the tasks that we've completed. So let's say I made a task here for DevFoot Yoga that I made it, and maybe it's something like client onboarding sequence, go through and collect inputs. And once let's say it's completed, now that it's done, it's going to propagate, and it's right there. You just see that the client has 24/7 access vision to this. If there's a file or something for them to see, they'll see it, right? Template, presentation, something for them to see that we fill out, and whatever that we can use to present to them. So you can kind of see how powerful this is, and if people are patient enough, they can grow this company along with the rest of the team. We just gotta stick with some of the stuff. So Greenbooks is a pretty busy looking project. There's a lot of stuff that happens, but really it's just 10 pages of a website, and it's all these smaller steps. A logo, it took 5 minutes for us to make a logo, and we sent it. They loved it. 10 pages of a website. We already designed the website. We just want to give them a little brief for them to check off on. It makes them feel like things are getting done, and at the end of the day, that's what they want to be part of the creative process. There are some other pages here, some other spreadsheets here. This is something that I've been compiling tons and tons of editorial calendar stuff. You may have seen like a bunch of just written stuff. This here effectively makes use of them. So if we have videos, posts, webinars, we can track where it's going to go. If people are paying us to write content, to create things, we can outline them, ready for draft. And this is a process where if we have a writer, right, I just set this for myself, I can say, hey, so-and-so, I have an outline that's ready. I have a project that's ready for your outline, and then they can change it for to be a draft, yada, yada, yada. And then when it's ready to go live, we give it to the clients, or we can set it to go live on their website, things like that. So that's one thing, a list of all the writers. So if we're working on projects later on, we can just say, hey, look at this. So-and-so, look at this. Clients, list of clients that we set up in here, just get sent to all the other spreadsheets. It's not one spreadsheet tracks all. It's each page, each spreadsheet has its clear focus. This spreadsheet is what we'll be using internally to manage the projects. I'm saying like screw Asana at this point, right? So as we switch to this, I think it's just a no-brainer. This covers the actual tasks, like priority. There's deliverables, things that we need to show to the client, actions, things that don't like people aren't paying for, but things that we can do internally. Like, hey, I think this is pretty important, right? And who's the owner of this? Like, who's responsible for this? Things like that. Clients here get sent out. I make a change here, it gets sent everywhere throughout all the other spreadsheets team, logins, writers, and pulses mostly for financial stuff because everyone's been bugging me for finances. So this is something where it's like, okay, this is how much money we've made on this. This is all the contracts we brought in. This is all the invoices for that, and here's a report for our side. So there's that. So that's content management. Sheet 3, outreach. So for writing out white hat links is something that is expensive to do. And if we're able to write guest posts, we can charge them for it. And this is just a way to outreach to other blogs, to other websites in bulk and say, hey, we have this website, if we're prospecting, saying, hey, we want to write a guest post for you. Let me know if we can do that. If we contacted them, if we have links on their site yet, how much volume that their website's making, is it high, the research for this. And then once we're able to successfully get a confirmation, and then we'll draft, we'll pitch a topic, we'll offer a price if you have to pay for it, right? We could probably negotiate up to $100 to $500 or even $1,000 per link, depending on if we want to grow this part of the white hat part of the site. So let's say an article goes live. Let's say this goes live for Deaf Foot Yoga, and it's live out in the field, and it's a guest post and beauty, whatever. It's going to propagate that again to live content, live links. Hopefully it should propagate to this. It was earlier. Test. Yes. So there's that. The fourth one is a client workbook. So this is what I wanted to show. All the stuff that Jay's asking for questionnaire, this is probably a good organized way to have a little questionnaire go out for them to fill out. If we're writing copy for them and we don't know anything about them, they can send us resources, but they can make the process faster by just answering the questions and use their language. So this allows us to know their marketing side, and this is typically what they answer when they meet with me in the first place. I just don't answer them or write them down. So this is for the account, for me to write this down and to get things up to speed. So this is what they see again, and it's a template. So if we wanted to add features to this, if we wanted to add another page, or we wanted to make columns in this, when we make a new client, it will be sent out. Okay, so this got sent because it said it went live. I guess it didn't bring it, right? It said like S and yes. I guess that's that. Anyway, yes. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. As I just started working on this today, and it just started to click. So I will talk with you. Any sort of feedback that you have would be excellent. So I'll talk to you and the rest of the team later.